A young maid named Aisha works tirelessly in the grand mansion of the wealthy Madame Regina. Despite her hard work, she is constantly mistreated by Madame Regina and her spoiled daughter, Tasha. Aisha had no one to turn to. Working as a maid for Madame Regina, she endured endless insults, overwork, and humiliation. Every morning, before the sun even rose, Aisha was forced to wake up and prepare a lavish breakfast for the family. But instead of gratitude, she faced constant criticism. "Aisha, can't you do anything right? This tea is too sweet. Are you trying to kill me with sugar?" Madame Regina asked. "Mom, she's so slow. I told you we need a better maid," said Tasha. Tasha, Madame Regina's spoiled daughter, loved ordering Aisha around like a slave. She would spill juice on the floor on purpose just to watch Aisha clean it up. "Oops. I dropped my drink. Aisha, clean it up. Oh, and hurry, before it stains." At night, Aisha wasn't allowed to eat at the table. Instead, she was given leftovers, if there were any, and forced to sleep on the cold kitchen floor. Madame Regina will sometimes beat Aisha even if she has made a mistake by accident. Like one fateful evening, Aisha accidentally drops an expensive vase, and Madame Regina, furious, hit her and told her that she would deduct a month's salary to cover her vase. Aisha cried a lot, but she has no choice but to continue work under torture. One day, things got worse. Tasha accused Aisha of stealing her gold bracelet, and Madame Regina, furious, throws her out of the house mercilessly. With nothing but the clothes on her back. With nowhere to go, Aisha wanders through the dark streets, shivering in the cold. She finds a bench in the park and curls up, trying to stay warm. Tears roll down her face as she wonders what will become of her. A black luxury car pulls up near the park, and a well-dressed man, Elijah, steps out. He notices Aisha and feels sorry for her. He offers to help, but Aisha hesitates, afraid of strangers. Elijah insists on helping Aisha, offering her a ride and a warm meal. Though hesitant, she eventually agrees, too cold and hungry to refuse. As they drive through the city, Aisha wonders why a wealthy man like him would help someone like her. Elijah takes Aisha to a 5-star restaurant, ordering her a warm meal. Aisha, used to leftovers from the mansion, is overwhelmed by the kindness. She hesitates, not knowing which spoon to use, but Elijah reassures her with a warm smile. After hearing her story, Elijah offers Aisha a job at his company as a cleaner. Aisha, shocked by his generosity, agrees and promises to work hard. She feels a spark of hope she hadn't felt in a long time. Aisha starts working at Elijah's company. Though she is just a cleaner, she's determined to do her best. Some employees mock her background, but others admire her dedication. She ignores the negativity and focuses on her work. Elijah notices Aisha's hard work and intelligence. One day, he sees her assisting an employee who was struggling with a computer issue. Impressed, he starts believing she has more potential than just cleaning. Elijah calls Aisha into his office and offers her a better position as a receptionist. Aisha can't believe her luck but accepts with gratitude. This is her chance to change her life. Tasha, the rich girl who once mistreated Aisha, visits Elijah's company to seek a business deal. She is stunned to see Aisha working there. Furious, she plots to ruin Aisha's progress. Tasha fabricates a story, accusing Aisha of stealing. Security is called, and Aisha is humiliated in front of everyone. Just as she is about to be taken away, Elijah intervenes. Elijah demands evidence. Security checks the cameras, proving Aisha's innocence. Tasha is embarrassed and storms out. Aisha, though shaken, is relieved that Elijah trusts her. Elijah and Aisha start spending more time together. He teaches her about business, and she surprises him with her intelligence. Aisha begins developing feelings for him but keeps them hidden. Elijah invites Aisha to a charity gala. She hesitates, thinking she doesn't belong, but he insists. With the help of a kind designer, Aisha arrives looking stunning. At the event, rich women mock Aisha's humble background. She feels humiliated until Elijah publicly defends her, making it clear she is special to him. After the gala, Aisha thanks Elijah for standing up for her, but he notices sadness in her eyes. When he asks, she finally opens up and died to tell him about her past. Before life became difficult, Aisha lived a simple but happy life in her rural village with her parents and younger brother, Adam. Aisha was born into a loving but poor family in a rural village. Her parents, Baba Juma and Mama Zainab, were hardworking farmers, but a long drought destroyed their crops, leaving them in deep poverty. One tragic day, her father fell ill and, without money for treatment, he passed away. Her mother, struggling to feed Aisha and her younger brother, Adam, made the heartbreaking decision to send Aisha to the city to work as a maid, hoping she would earn money to support them. Unfortunately, Aisha lost contact with her mother and brother after Madam Regina took away her phone and refused to let her communicate with them. Now, she doesn't know if they are still alive or struggling in the village. After hearing Aisha's sad story, Elijah was deeply moved and promises to help her find her family. Elijah hires private investigators to track down Aisha's family. Meanwhile, Aisha continues working hard at the company, unaware that Elijah is working behind the scenes to fulfill his promise. Elijah takes Aisha on a business trip to another city, where she helps him close an important deal. He is impressed by her confidence and intelligence, making him see her as more than just an employee. Elijah realizes he is falling for Aisha. He tries to fight his feelings, thinking she deserves someone better than a billionaire with a complicated life. Meanwhile, Aisha also struggles with her growing love for him. Meanwhile, Elijah's ex-fiancée, Vanessa, returns, determined to win him back. Before Elijah met Aisha, he was engaged to Vanessa, a stunning but materialistic woman who only cared about his wealth and status. They had a lavish engagement party, but soon after, Vanessa started feeling restless. She wanted a man who was not only rich but also constantly spoiling her with luxury. One day, she met a foreign businessman who promised her a luxurious life in Paris. Without hesitation, Vanessa called off the engagement and left Elijah heartbroken. "I can't do this. You work too much, and I need someone who can give me everything I want right now. I'm leaving," Vanessa told Elijah. Elijah was devastated but chose to move on. Years later, Vanessa realized her mistake. The businessman betrayed her, and she lost everything. When she heard that Elijah had become even richer, she decided to return and reclaim what she had thrown away. "Elijah still loves me. He has to. I'll make him take me back, no matter what," Vanessa said to herself. When she returned, she found out that Elijah has moved on. Vanessa did not believe. She got more angry when she saw how close Elijah is to Aisha. She spreads rumors that Aisha is using him for money. Aisha is heartbroken but refuses to let Vanessa ruin her life. At the end, Vanessa knew that she lost Elijah for good. She decided to go away. Back to Elijah's private investigator, finally he finds Aisha's mother and younger brother in a small village, struggling to survive. Aisha breaks down in tears when she receives the news and immediately wants to go see them. Elijah takes Aisha to her village. When she sees her mother and brother after so many years, she runs into their arms, crying. Her mother, Mama Zainab, can't believe her eyes, and Adam, now a teenager, hugs his sister tightly. Elijah offers to help Aisha's family by buying them a new home and setting up a small business for her mother. Aisha is overwhelmed with gratitude, and for the first time in years, she feels truly happy. Elijah finally confesses his feelings to Aisha, telling her that she is the most incredible woman he has ever met. Aisha, though hesitant, admits that she has fallen in love with him too. They share their first kiss under the moonlight. Elijah proposes to Aisha in a grand yet intimate way, and she says yes. The story ends with a beautiful wedding where Aisha, once a poor maid, walks down the aisle in a stunning gown, surrounded by her family and friends. The end.